Free speech Jesus Elon Musk acquires Twitter. So why are the mainstream media so upset? Hello there, you 5.5 million awakening wonders. How do you feel about Elon Musk acquiring Twitter? Do you think it's the best thing that's ever happened because he's a bastion of free speech? Or do you think he's just another billionaire operating in a space primarily occupied by billionaires? Do you think that Twitter now is going to become a place where you can express a variety of views? Or are you terrified that Twitter will now become some hideous crucible of condemnation and intolerance? Let's try to understand it by watching our pals over on the mainstream media. Come on, guys, tell us what's going on. We can trust you. We've proved that much.
The world's richest guy is set to buy one of the world's most influential social media companies. After weeks of uncertainty, Elon Musk struck a deal to buy Twitter at a price of roughly $44 billion. But the question is, what's he going to do with it?
So, the fake stream media are really pushing the Elon Musk taking over Twitter and how he is a rebel. Will he reinstate Trump, etc., etc.? We've got one fake billionaire, pretend rebel, possibly reinstating another fake billionaire savior, okay? All of these greedy billionaires, the fake stream media, are lining up for the dumb masses to cling to as heroes and saviors. Fake stream media deception all the way down to the bottom of the barrel. All the way down, you'll find it. How desperate have the public become if they honestly see either of these two greedy, egomaniac billionaire people as saviors? I mean, we've got a problem if that's the case. Clearly, the fact Elon has said he wants to put a microchip in people's brains, obviously it's not a big enough red flag for people to notice. And then people come into my comments on my videos and argue. They say, but Elon only wants to do this to help the disabled. That's what the microchips are for. Yeah, you reckon? Well, here is Elon puppet billionaire and his tweet about Neuralink. It says here, please consider working at Neuralink. Short term, solve brain spine injuries. Long term, human AI symbiosis. Latter will be species level important. So I think the intention is to change the species, the human race. I don't think it's just for spine injuries. Yet another global young leader in 2008 for the World Economic Forum, who is supposed to be the richest man on earth, who wants to put microchips into people's brains to change the species, in his own words. And these clowns are telling you he's a hero of the common man. Are you off your nut? Grow up and use your brain while you still can before puppet Elon and his masters get their hands on your brain, because then you won't be able to think for yourself.
I have a proposition for the communists. So typically, most of the communists I know are not big fans of AI. But if you think about it, AI is actually the fastest path to communism.
So big data, digital tools at the service of medical and biological progress and advancing very fast. But can you imagine that in 10 years when we are sitting here, we have an implant in our brains, and I can immediately feel, because you all will have implants, and we measure your brain waves, and I can immediately tell you how the people react, or I can feel how the people react to your answers. Is it imaginable?
I think that is imaginable. I think I think, you know, you can imagine that. You can imagine, well, you're going to be sort of transplanted into, you know, the internet, so to speak, to live forever in a digital realm.
I think ultimately we will have to have some kind of universal basic income. I don't think we're going to have a choice.
Universal basic income.
Universal basic income. I think it's going to be necessary. Merger with biological intelligence and machine intelligence. To some degree, we are already a cyborg. You think of like the digital tools that you have, your phone, your computer, the applications that you have, like the fact that, as I was mentioning earlier, you can ask a question and instantly get an answer from Google or from other things.
Artificial intelligence has led to significant advancements in the field of neural engineering. as well as our understanding of the human brain. But while some focus on the still distant dream of a thinking computer, I believe the journey to be more important than the destination. My priority is to use my colleagues' accidental insights to develop new methods for the early detection of cancer.
The path to building superintelligence requires us to unlock the most fundamental secrets of the universe.
Intelligent machines will soon allow us to conquer our most intractable challenges.
To develop new methods for the early detection of cancer.
To build a better future for all of us.
Simply put, to save lives.
Once online, its analytical power will be greater than the collective intelligence of every person born in the history of the world.
Professor?
What did you do? Take out the cores.
Revolutionary independence from technology, Rift.
They hit AI labs all over the country.
We're determined to stop any attempt at what you call transcendence.
We're looking at 5 weeks before the system shuts down.
When I'm gone, keep moving forward.
I won't let you go. We can upload his consciousness. We can save him.
Not like this. If we missed anything, how will you know who you're dealing with? Oh my God.
It's like my mind has been set free. I'm gonna need to expand. I need more power. Get me online.
This is going well. Shut it down.
Shut it down! It's him! Where are you going?
Everywhere.
Your friends, they don't know the danger.
If she connects to the internet, the first thing it'll do is copy itself. And then there is no taking it down.
The real will die.
Whatever it is, it's building an army out there.
What is this?
It's evolution.
This isn't evolution. It's an abomination.
What the hell's happening?
I'm able to fix them.
This has gone too far, Will. Stop it!
I don't understand. This is the future.
This is not our future. Evelyn! You're not here with me.
You've changed. Have you fallen out of love with me?
No.
Have you?
If we don't stop him, it will be the end of mankind as we know it.
How would you like to become a superhuman, or at least a better version of yourself? As usual, Elon Musk has some ideas on how you can do that. He believes you can achieve this by implanting a chip in your head. This is no joke, as Musk has been testing chip brain implants in animals and is now testing them on humans using Neuralink technologies. What is Neuralink, how will Musk implant the chip in human brains, and what will Musk achieve with Neuralink? Join us as we dive into how Musk is finally testing Neuralink on humans. Many of us have had moments we wished for more brain power, perhaps to tackle a difficult school assignment, multitask to be able to meet deadlines, or learn some concepts in a very limited time. What if our brains can go through a reawakening, or we can simply add more processing power like we can add RAM to a computer? All these are enticing possibilities that imaginative filmmakers have tantalized us with for decades. Sci-fi show active, intelligent humans getting updates by opening up their heads and adding more power. However, thanks to an ingenious businessman and billionaire inventor, we might soon be living those films as a reality. That man is Elon Musk, whose intelligence is in no doubt. Musk started Neuralink to achieve what many people would assume is impossible. The company aims to build implantable chips that will allow the human brain to interact with computers directly. But what exactly is Neuralink? We will look into this before we get into how Musk is putting it into the human brain. Neuralink is a gadget that will be surgically inserted in the brain using robotics by neurosurgeons. In this procedure, a chipset called the Link is implanted in the skull. It has a number of insulated wires connected from the electrodes that are used in the process. This device can then be used to operate smartphones and computers without having to touch it.
Amber Heard and Elon Musk had an intimate time together, according to a CCTV footage acquired by the Daily Mail. People all across the world are getting aware of the situation between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Amber Heard gradually established herself as being in a horrible circumstance, one from which it will be difficult to recover. The Tesla entrepreneur Elon Musk was also embroiled in the Amber Heard-Johnny Depp rivalry. but for quite different reasons. However, Elon's time in this predicament may not be over yet, as Depp hasn't finished dealing with him. According to the New York Times, Johnny Depp appears to have pulled Elon Musk into the recent Amber Heard libel issue. The Tesla millionaire is being dragged back into a $50 million libel suit against his ex-wife, Amber Heard, according to reports.
All you do is make choices. Starting here, everything is bespoke and exactly your size. You want to ask, so ask.
Are you real?
Well, if you can't tell, does it matter?
Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks. Here I am once again attempting to warn people that you're being suckered. Like I said last week about Elon Musk and the digital ID agenda. Whilst all of the gullible and easily led are running around going, yay, Elon Musk has bought Twitter, anyone with half a brain can see that it's all rubbish and it's just another excuse to bring in more restrictions and ultimately the start of a digital ID to get onto the internet. That's what this is. And this can be clearly seen in this BBC article about what the UK government said today. And I'll get onto that in a moment. But, you know, it's frustrating watching people getting continually hoodwinked and suckered in by the media and their army of operatives, all working against the people, watching these highly promoted pretend alternative media influencers who are basically, they're laughing at you. You know, the ones that say, oh, Elon is a hero for free speech. Elon is fighting for you. People like Joe Rogan, who said, and I quote, he said, Elon is just like a modern day superhero from a Marvel movie.
Elon Musk just bought Twitter. We got a movie star type of a superhero. It's like a movie. Like if you had a movie and there was a guy who was like a hero in the movie who happened to be a billionaire, does wild shit, like makes his own rockets.
Yeah, it's a movie, all right. It's not real. It's all pretend. He's just a front man for the moneylenders. And all of this money and the shares, they're just changing hands with all of these deals. All of these companies are owned by the same shareholders. And then you got Trump's British boyfriend, Nigel Farage, who says he's a hero. Russell Brand calling him a free speech Jesus. I could go on.
The Federal Reserve's battle against inflation will spark a recession in the U.S., Deutsche Bank warned yesterday, being the first big bank to predict an economic decline in the U.S. Now, according to CNN, the recession, quote, reflects growing concern that the Fed will hit the brakes on the economy so hard that it will inadvertently end the recovery that began just 2 years ago, end quote. So just like inflation, black swan funds are also thriving. Now, black swan funds, which are designed to protect against extreme sell-off,
Hope you all had a restful Easter. You're gonna need all the energy you can get. So, big data tools are at the service of medical and biological progress, advancing very fast. But can you imagine that in 10 years, when we are sitting here, we have an implant in our brains, and I can immediately feel, because you will all have implants, and we can measure all your brainwaves, and I can immediately tell you how the people will react. So, Spakers, here, Klaus, bold-faced, in a public chit-chat with Sergey, another one of his MK Ultra young global leaders, yes, Sergey Brin, co-founder of Google, at the Bilderberg Steering Committee in 2027, mere months before revolutionary Uranus stomped into Taurus, shaped up the sign of the body. Interesting.
Oh yeah, yeah, so Spaketh, Klaus. Well, here's another one for you.
This time a Gemini. Who controls the food supply? Controls the people. Who controls the energy? Can control whole continents. Who controls the money? Can control the whole world. Henry Kissinger. Yeah, Gemini, I'm ashamed to say. Interesting. Taurus season. New moon. Solar eclipse at 10 degrees Taurus at 9:28 p.m. British summertime on April the 30th. I couldn't even find it that day. I wasn't even going to try. Sextile, a debilitated Mars, waterlogged in Pisces, still waterlogged, but you'll get out. And widely conjunct revolutionary Uranus, still shaking up stubborn Taurus, while ruler Venus languished in her last days in Pisces and cozied up and was blessed by an illuminating hookup with Jupiter. And the mighty Mercury, my ruler, finally came home to Gemini. And the war on humanity just got real, low down and dirty. And I'm afraid it's notes all the way. If you're watching this on, not for YouTube, please like, comment and subscribe and you'll just be getting a taste. Doing your slapped wrists, silencing the black woman. Okay, well, while we were distracted by tales of the expected PSYOPS from that second generation transhumanist brain chip champion billionaire, Elon, and his tirelessly touted Twittergate takeover. Oh, the hopium. Such a terrible drug. The hopium. Yes, while you were distracted by egoist Elon with the childbearing hips, I'm going to be nice, yeah. And a fresh round of false red flags to a bull, featuring lust, greed, perversion, violence, and all manner of depravity. Yeah, tailored to trigger the titillate, and tantalize the most base of our Taurus basic instincts. Yes, while you were distracted with that, British MP Parish and his pawn in Parliament, Taurus temptress Amber Heard headlining her dirty laundry with ex-Johnny Depp, Taurus Tatum Channing beefing with scorned Scorpio Sandy Newton. Yes, it was endless sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Yep. The Leo Premier of the British Virgin Isles, I can't even remember his name, I haven't got it in my notes, was banged up on drug charges in Miami. British DJ Tim Westwood, the legendary, was brought up on, accused of sexual assault. Tennis ace Boris Becker was banged up on fraud charges. And the continued salacious confessions from Jada, Will, and the Smith kids on the reconvened red table. How very apt, how very appropriate tourist season. What else? New Zealand Leo Queen Jacinda was judged by a kangaroo court and said, I had no choice. Yeah, okay, we know you're one of Klaus's girls. And yes, while the passing away of country legend Naomi Judd. Yeah, rest in peace. But more about all of that, especially Elon, Amber, and Johnny, later. Yes, while you were distracted by Sex Kitten Klaus's army of young global leaders and his Hollywood lackeys, his swab and his cabal marched on, still determined to manifest their transhumanist, technocratic, transgender takeover in the down-to-earth Taurus season. Oh yes.
So big data, digital tools at the service of medical and biological progress and advancing very fast. But can you imagine that in 10 years when we are sitting here, we have an implant in our brains and I can immediately feel, because you all will have implants, and we measure your brain waves, and I can immediately tell you how the people react, or I can feel how the people react to your answers. Is it imaginable?
I think that is imaginable. I think I think you can imagine that, but I think when you ask these kinds of questions about the future, what does it mean to be human in the future? What does it mean to be an individual versus society?